Well, hello again, everyone. It's your man, Cowboys Star. That's right, we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Well, guys, I've been out of pocket for a couple of days, but for good reason. I got married. That's right, Cowboy Star is now married. What do you think of that? Well, it's been a long time coming, and we decided to just go ahead and do it. So we did, and I couldn't be happier. I got a great wife, so she puts up with a lot from me. So I'm I'm ecstatic about being married, and she's a wonderful person. But back to the Cowboys. Just got back from a honeymoon, so bear with me. Um, Number one thing, Dak is fine. There's lots of rumors, especially from at one Adam Schefter out there, saying that Dak is going to be not 100% and all this kind of mess going into the season. That's bull. Dak is fine. They're just being precautious with him, and you know they don't want to push the issue at all. So if you're worried, don't worry. Dak is okay. Garrett Gilbert had an okay game. I'm still wearing my sunshades, as you see, because the Cowboys lost again. Uh, and as I said before, I know they're playing a lot of second teamers and third and fourth teamers, but so are the other teams. And I think the Cowboys ought to start getting used to winning, not losing. But hey, who am I? I'm just a guy with a day job, cowboy YouTuber here. Uh, Cooper Rush had a really good game. I was pretty impressed with Cooper Rush. In fact, to me, he looked a little better than Garrett Gilbert, but I don't know if that was just a flash in the pan for him or what. But, you know, uh, Cooper Rush had a pretty good game. Um, Threw a touchdown pass, and he was pretty sharp. Threw some good passes, some good balls out there. Now, talking about Ben Denucci. Denucci doesn't look like he should even be on the field, in my opinion. I don't think they're going to cut Denucci, though. I think he's going to end up on the practice squad because nobody's going to want him. I mean, you know, he could get picked up off the practice squad, but who's going to pick him up? Nobody's going to want him. So I'm sure the Cowboys can feel really safe about putting him on practice squad. I just don't know if the Cowboys are going to carry two backup quarterbacks on the 53. I kind of doubt they will. They normally don't, but they may not want to let Cooper Rush go. I don't know, but if they decide to only carry two and keep Denucci on the practice squad, they're going to have to cut Cooper Rush or Garrett Gilbert. It might be Cooper Rush that ends up winning the quarterback two job. Uh, Mike McCarthy has said that he needs one more preseason game to solidify who he is going to have as quarterback two out of those two quarterbacks. So Cooper Rush has a chance. Didn't think he did, but seems that he does. Good for him. Uh, Other quarterbacks, when they get cut from other teams, you know, that's another thing that we need to watch because it could be that the Cowboys don't end up with either one of these two backups. If somebody better than them gets cut from another team, they could very well pick them up. Of course, the only problem is they wouldn't know our offense and you know, take them some time to get oriented. So they'd probably keep three at that point, and then later in the season go back down to two. So there's lots of scenarios that could happen, but it remains to be seen. We don't know what's going to happen, but these are just scenarios that I do want to bring up to you guys, and so you know that it is a possibility. Looking more and more like Jalen Smith will be used as depth, maybe, and maybe not as a starting player. He's getting outplayed by just about everybody, and we're deep at linebacker. Jabril Cox had a really good game this against the Texans, and the Cowboys can't really cut him because of his salary restraints. You know, they're paying the man $10 million a year, and that was another Jerry Jones blunder there, signing him to a $10 million deal. We got Keanu Neal, who's been playing lights out. Of course, Micah Parsons, our #1 draft pick, has been playing awesome. LVE's been stepping up and playing pretty good ball, and Jabril Cox as well. So it's kind of like Jalen's on the outside looking in, and he may be hurting for some playing time when it comes down to the regular season. But we do have great depth, and I don't think we can keep everybody. So there's going to be some lower echelon linebackers like Gifford and Francis, that Francis linebacker. He may not be able to stay on the team. So we'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to cut Jalen Smith, though, because of the salary. Tomorrow, the Cowboys will have to cut down 5 more players to get to 80. And then the final cut down on the 31st of August will be the 53. So they got a lot of decisions to make. As I've said before, who are some of the possibilities that you guys think that could be getting cut in the next series of cuts on tomorrow? You think Denucci will get cut? I think it's going to be Darian Thompson, Azur Kamura. He may have a chance to get cut because he's very undersized for a defensive end. He's done fairly well for his size, but I don't think he's going to make the cut. And we've got Anthony Brown and Noah Brown. To me, those 2 guys have been on the team for 5 years and really haven't busted a great. I think it's time to make a move, at least on one of those 2, and give somebody else a chance because, they just haven't done enough for me to make the team, especially Anthony Brown this year. For the money they're paying him, he really hasn't stepped up. Also, Eric Smith, offensive lineman, could be one to bite the dust. A lot of people think Terrence Steele might be leaving, but I don't see that happening. I think they're going to use him as a swing tackle right now. In my opinion, I think the swing tackle ought to be Zach Martin. He can move from guard to tackle because he'd be our best swing tackle, but he doesn't want to play tackle. That's the whole thing. He likes playing guard, but he is the best second tackle that we have. And then, of course, Connor McGovern could be our swing guard. So, yeah, like a lot of decisions to make, a lot of decisions Mike McCarthy and his staff have to make. The final game coming up, there's going to be no Dak, no Tank, no Zeke, and no Zerline. No Greg Zerline, the kicker. He's still out nursing that injury. So our defensive start, this is supposed to be the dress rehearsal game. Of course, it won't be for the offense, but the defense, it should be. Our first defense should play most of the first half in this last game, so be sure and look out for that. The O-line will play a few series, but they won't play the whole first half. And Amari Cooper, he will get some snaps. I don't think he's going to play very long, though. He's still nursing that injury, trying to come back strong from that. Now, there is still a trade rumor out there about Geno Atkins perhaps coming to the Cowboys or getting checked out by the Cowboys. I would not hate that if we'd picked up Geno Atkins. I think he would be a good addition to the Cowboys. What do you think? Y'all be sure and leave some comments down there. Let me know what you think. Lyle Collins has been rumored to have a worse injury than he has. Lyle Collins had a shoulder tweak. It was nothing serious, and he'll play. He's supposed to play in the game, our next preseason game. The Cowboys will have to play a flawless game when we face our first opponent this year, Tampa Bay, the defending Super Bowl champs. in order to win that game. The Cowboys have never beaten Tom Brady, by the way, so it's time we beat him. And the man can't stay young forever. He's gonna slip up one year, and he's gonna be horrendous. So let's hope this is the game that he messes up. And in other news, not related to the Cowboys, well, I guess it is kind of because he was a former Cowboy. The Kansas City Chiefs have decided to release Taco Charlton. We should have drafted T.J. Watt that year. We got Taco Charlton. Why in the world they didn't draft him is beyond me, but they chose to go with Taco Charlton instead, and that was a big, big mistake because T.J. Watt has proven to be a really good NFL player. But Taco Charlton is out with the Kansas City Chiefs, so he's back on the street where he belongs because he's not worth a flip, in my opinion. But with that being said, I got a million things to do here at the house. Just got back home. I wanted to get on here because it had been a couple of days and several news items had been coming down the wire. I'm sorry for the delay, folks. But please remember to subscribe to the channel right down here. It will help out a lot. And I thank you for all the support. With that being said, we'll catch you next time. I'm out.